So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Gates. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Devin Hester, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
Dancing to his left. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Mayfield. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. And you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now. But if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses yelling at the offense to take care of the ball.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 2nd down and 6 now. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. This is Smith with a grab. And he's got this down to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right.
That one complete till again.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Irving.
Oh, a good move at the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Bucky Irving.
14 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is in to make it 16-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
And he's taken down, but not before he... Gets this across the 25-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Escape. Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here's Mayfield. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. Across midfield, fighting his way through contact. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And now here comes Kansas City. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Yeah, that's not good. Mike, 54.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Right side catch. This is Gates. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The D brought the... house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case,
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 2nd and 6. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Six yards left on 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Ravens. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Still fighting for more. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Smith, 64 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Man open left side, it's Williams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. Dancing away at the 35. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out come the Chiefs now. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to hell, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown! Bucky Irving, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So this, Charles, a tight game through the first 2 quarters, but they've come out in this second half and really took the fight to them.
And you and I both know that in the locker room at halftime, both sides' head coaches emphasize the first 5 minutes of the second half, getting out and establishing yourselves. One team has definitely done that.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Three quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. Finding Williams once more, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. He'll drop this down to Williams. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Carr to throw.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Throwing his Carr.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. KC's offense ready to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mahomes going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this one complete to Smith. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Legette,
53 yards.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it, and he did there.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to put.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a fourth-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Mahomes will throw for it, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Carr. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. One final try now for Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Wagner, and he gets this up. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Flushed out right. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
When you get into the second half of a tied ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got Hester complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devin Hester, 30 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. After the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Read option. This is Gibbs. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Pass caught here by Osborne. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. And shedding a man at the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense set to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. Give him 2 on the play there, and that'll be good for a KC 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Gates with a grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. This is caught. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And he is in to make it 16-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Carr going to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Bucky Irving
from 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Carr.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side after heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Carr now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Carr.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of...
That one out wide and intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as you'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Carr. That's to Goddard. What a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.